Hi, good afternoon. For today's video, I will be recording how to create a simple login web page as well as register gamit ang Node. So this video is intended for my student for our web development class in or at RMMC Memorial College, Marbel. Yun. This is a continuation of our class, no, para at least may record ang mga student ko or kayo. So the first thing you will do is, of course, you need to download Node.js, no? I will let you see the site for the Node.js. So ito siya. So you can select whether you install the MSI na one or Windows na MSI format for Node or a standalone. So you just click it. So I prefer this one. So pag click nyo, automatic it will send you the download file. Then you install it. So after that, after installing it, you then go with the SAMP. Okay, so you need to download this SAMP. Okay, check for the latest version. So I prefer this, no? Sa laptop ko, ang version ng SAMP ko is 8.2.12. So ito. Now, after installing the Node.js as well as the SAMP, una, you need to set muna the execution policy at your PowerShell. Kasi it might block your Node.js, no? So you type PowerShell. If by the way, I'm using Windows na laptop. So ito, run as administration nyo lang and then click yes. And then you type this, okay? You type this or tanggalin yung scope. Yan. So you type set dash execution policy space then unrestricted then current user. So once na kinlik nyo yan, so it will ask you kung ano ba, do you want to change the execution policy? So you select A for yes to all. So A. Now, everything is all set na for our node. And then ang second na gagawin natin is I will create new folder. So I'll name it as web node, no? So ito yung magiging folder name natin for this video. And then go to Visual Studio Code. Okay? And then open that folder. Nasa desktop siya. I think nandito siya sa trial. Ayan. So, yan. So, once you are in the folder na, you open the new terminal. Okay. So, may iba na na CMD ang gamit nila. You can also do that, no? So, sa iba, ang ginagawa nila is eto, pupunta sila sa folder and then click CMD. So, okay, pwede siya, no? But in my video or in this video, I will just use the Visual Studio Code terminal. Okay? So, parehas naman sila. So, the first or the next step we should do is, of course, we need to initialize the node, no? As I discussed last time, npm meaning new package management, you type npm and then initialize or init for short, and then -y meaning yes. Okay? And then click enter. Now, you wait for a second, no? So, hintayin lang natin siya. And may mag-appear na JSON package dito na side, no, after installing. Oops. Make sure na nasa web node kayo. Okay, make sure na nasa web node kayo. So, hintayin lang. So, I'll post the video muna. Okay, while waiting. Okay, so ayan na. So, sorry for the long wait. Ayan. So, as you can see, meron ng package.json dito sa right panel natin. Now, ang next na gagawin natin is we need to install the dependencies. So, we have 4 dependencies na gagamitin natin for this project. The first dependencies is Express. Ayan, ito yung magiging router natin. Siya yung magiging parang tulay, bridge, no? Para at least makapag-route tayo from front page to the node. Okay? As well as for backend. So, npm I or npm install. By the way, ang I is short for install. After that, so we type express. Ayan siya. Ito sa terminal. You go sa terminal. Wait lang. Yan. Terminal. Now, okay. Ano pa? The next dependencies is MySQL. Of course, ito yung magiging database na gagamitin natin. And then we also need to have the .env or .environment. This will help us secure our data, especially when we are connecting to the database. So ilalagay natin yung or we will create a new file called .env and doon natin ilalagay ang data for database, no? And then yon, this is for additional security. And then the last is we need to install the HBS. So si HBS is the same with HTML, no? Kaya lang handlebar ang gagamitin natin so that we could apply the if statement doon mismo sa HTML file natin. So but it's the same thing with HTML. Only that yung handlebar could handle the if statement inside the HTML na file. Then enter lang. So we will wait again for the package to get installed, no? Okay. So yon. Ayan. So see, nandito na yung mga dependencies na in-install natin. So ito, we installed 4 dependencies, the .env, Express, HBS, and MySQL. Now, the next thing we need to install is the NodeMon. So itong NodeMon, this is like the live server, no, na kwan. So every time we click the save button, si NodeMon ang gagawin niya is automatically i-update niya yung JS or node natin. So npm npm install save minus development, okay? Then nodemon. Okay. So meaning is-save niya and naka-development mode siya, no? Then again, we will wait for it to be installed in our JSON or package. Ayan na. Now, we need to set up our nodemon, okay? Dito sa script, no, makikita natin itong test, echo, yan. Ito yung script niya. We need to add another script para kay nodemon. So, what script? Start. Okay. And then after that, ano ang i-start niya? Nodemon, ap, wait, hindi pa tayo nakagawa ng JS, pero sige. Yan. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng start nodemon app.js na ito? So, ang ibig sabihin, we add script dito sa package.json wherein every time na mag npm, then start na keyword. So, ito yung magiging script niya. So, it will run the nodemon, no? No, ang function ni NodeMoon is to automatically run app.js file, no, every time we click save. But as of now, wala pa tayong app.js, so we need to create app.js na file. So app.js. So, yon. Balik tayo dito, then we need to save it. Ito, okay na. Now ito, si app.js, dito tayo magko-code ng JavaScript natin. No? Dito natin ilalagay lahat ng dependencies natin, lahat ng mga routers. No? So ito yung magiging parang bridge para ma-read yung front end natin, yung HBS na gagawin natin later. Okay? Now, ano ba ang unang dependencies na gagamitin natin? So, first thing, we need to create a constant variable express, which I think, si express nandito siya. So, we had installed it a while ago. So, express equals to require. Okay, i-require natin ang express na dependencies. Itong semicolon, you can add this or you may not, kumbaga, this JavaScript is not so strict. So, pwede mo siyang ilagay or pwedeng wala na. Okay? Now, after requiring the express, we need to create another constant variable. Tatawagin natin siyang app. Okay? And then, gagamitin na natin si express na variable. So, open and close kasi nga, it's a container. So, may ilalagay tayo dyan mamaya. Yun na yung app.get, app.use, app.listen. No, yon. The next thing, we need to listen for the port, no? Kailangan ma-determine natin anong port ba ang gagamitin natin. So let's use siguro 3020 or 3000 na port. Now, we will create a function, okay? Port listener. The function name is port listener. Okay, container kasi may ilalagay tayo na console log dyan. Curly braces, okay? So, anong magiging return value niya? So, magiging return value niya is console log. Sabihin natin, you are at port 3000. 3000 ang gagamitin nating port. Next is, we will use the app variable na, no? So, app listen, ibig sabihin, papakinggan natin yung port, no? Yung port na gagamitin natin is 3000. Okay? And then, we need to call out the function. So, port listener. Okay. The next thing is, dito natin ilalagay yung app.get. Ito. The next is, we create another function, no? For viewing. So, we call it view, let's say, register. View register. View index pala. View index. So, mamaya, ang gagawin natin dito is, ito yung function wherein isa-send or ira-route tayo papunta sa index na front end or parang main front end natin. But as of now, let's just create a function for index page muna. So, sa function na yan, may container. Lalagyan natin siya ng parameter, request, and response. Okay? So, as for this moment, hindi muna natin gagamitin itong request na parameter. Ang gagamitin natin is itong si response na parameter. So, res.send. Magsisend muna tayo as for a sample. Magsisend tayo ng h heading 1 na this is my home page. Okay? Heading 1. Close natin yan. Meaning to say, I've just created a function na ang pangalan is viewIndex wherein ang i-return niya na value is magsisend siya ng this is my homepage doon mismo sa page mo. Okay? Kasi ito mamaya ang gagamitin nating main page. Okay? So, gagamitin na natin yung app.get, meaning kukunin natin yung localhost double or colon 3000 or kukunin natin yung path file natin or path name natin. So, itong slash is a shortcut for that. So, shortcut siya pagdating sa URL, ang magiging URL niya is ito. Ang magiging URL niya is localhost 3000. Okay? So, ito siya, equivalent niya or it will be converted as that. Ayan. So, ang shortcut nito is slash lang dito sa code, comma, then gagamitin na natin ang function na view index. Okay, that's it. Now, after that, okay, let's try to run the nodemon or the JavaScript npm start. Pag start dyan, automatic, okay, yan na. So, as you can see sa terminal, ibig sabihin pag control S ko, so you are at port 3000. Let's try to use port 3000. Okay? So, ayan na, localhost 3000. So, yun, as you can see, meron ng this is my homepage dito. Gamit yung app.get. Okay, so let's go back with our code. Yun. The next thing we should do is we will connect na into our database. We will open the SAMP. Okay, ito yung database na ginagamit ko for my MySQL. So yan, admin, i-click ko yan siya. Then, I already had created my database name. Ito si Node.js login. So, you can create your own database name. And then, ito na yung table ko, users. Okay, users. Under sa users, meron akong ID, name, email, password. So, I think there's no need for me to discuss muna the SAM kasi I know you already had discuss it with your programming tool. So, basta, I already have created Node.js login na database. And then, my table name is users. And then, I have my yun, mga entities which are the ID, name, email, password. So, let's go back with the code. We will use now MySQL. Okay, papangalanan ko siya as MySQL equals to require, then MySQL. So, gagamitin ko na yung MySQL na dependencies. The next thing is, I need to create another variable. Papangalanan ko siya as DB. Then, gagamitin ko na si MySQL as create connection. Okay, pwede din create pool, pero I prefer this create connection. Now, in this connection, I'll add open and close parentheses kasi nga it will be my container for my connection string. And I will also add this one, meaning this is an array string kasi I will add multiple entities. Okay, now multiple entities, I will add host, I will add user, I will also add password, and lastly, the database. Now, for my host, of course, localhost, ito siya, localhost. You can check the information dito. Check natin. I think dito siya. Home ko muna. Dito sa user account, uy, ano nangyari? Basta, check natin. Ano nangyari? Privilege tayo. Uy, nag-error pa siya. Ay, database, ayan. Ito yung host, local host. Check natin yung bakit ganito. Host, select this user, host, MySQL user. Anyway, let's not focus with the MySQL muna. Let's not focus with MySQL. Dito muna tayo sa focus lang tayo sa focus lang muna tayo doon sa code. Sa SAMP kasi ang local host or sorry, ang host name talaga for SAMP is the default name is localhost, user is root. Gusto ko sana siya dito kasi siya dapat makita user account. Kaya lang something kailangan pa natin ayusin yung SQL query na distinct. Okay, so anyway, yun bakit kaya ganon. So mamaya na natin na ayusin ito settings. Sige, mamaya na natin na ayusin ang MySQL na natin. So, pag SAM kasi ang ginagamit or MySQL, the default username or the default localhost is the default host name pala is localhost. The default user is the root. Okay? The default wala akong password sa SAMP, so I'll just use single quotation kasi it's the same with no password. And yun, ito yung gagamitin nating Node.js. Ito yung gagamitin nating uh, database, Node.js login. So, Node, ay, Node, Node.js dash login. Okay, lagyan natin ng comma, comma, comma. Okay. So, yan. You are at port. Now, gagamitin na natin itong DB. Okay, paano? So, db.connect, i-connect na natin siya. db.connect, open and close parentheses kasi nga meron tayong container. Okay, may i-contain siya na parameter. So, gagawa tayo ng function na error. Papangalanan ko siya uh, or let's say kuan na lang de-direct natin error. Okay, this is a shortcut for a function, no? Shortcut ito siya. So it's the same with this code. The same lang ito. So function, create the function. So func error. Okay, sa container meron tayong parameter na error. So itong error pala, it's already in the package. It's in the package. So if you try to check the package, nandito na yan siya. So anong gagawin niya if there is an error? So there's no need for you to use it dito sa constant kasi it's already a pre-code, no, pre-coded. So again, if may error, okay, then what will you do? Then console.log error. Okay, semicolon lang tayo. Else, kung wala, then console.log we are connected to database. That's it. Ay, ops. Since it's a function, kailangan natin ng braces. Ipapasok natin siya sa braces. Yan. So, okay na siya. Lagyan natin ng semicolon as indication na nag-end na. So, once na we click the save, so ayan na siya. So, meaning we are already connected na sa database. Okay? So, we are connected sa database na. The next thing we do is we need to create a front end na. So we need to create a folder named views. So remember, pag HPS, nasa pre-coded na under siya sa views na folder. So when you create views, no, dapat may S, VIEWS talaga siya if you are using HBS. So under sa views, ilalagay natin ang index.hbs. Okay? Sa index.hbs, lagyan na natin. The next thing is we need to create pages. Okay? No. This must be routes. No. Public. Sa public, dito natin ilalagay ang ating style.css as well as if may image ka na ilalagay. So, dito yan, mga images. So, style.images, let's say body, background color is orange. Let's say orange. HBS, now, ililink na natin ang CSS natin. So, since nasa labas siya ng ang index HBS file natin is nasa loob ng views, hindi sila magka-level ng style. So, ang gagawin natin is kailangan // meaning lalabas tayo isang beses sa isang folder. So, once na nasa views level na tayo, and there you can see public folder style CSS. Okay? So, yon para makita mo yung style CSS. But then again, we can use another method, no, gamit ang app.js. So, instead na ganito ang pag-link mo sa style sheet, yun nga, there's no need for you to label or to explicitly link it kung saan siya na folder. Instead, style.css na lang. So, ang gagawin na lang natin is we need to build another code dito sa app.js. We need to path.join, no? Magkikreate tayo ng another constant for path which is equals to path. By the way, ang path is also a pre-coded, same with the error na code. So, nasa package.json na siya. Okay, in-install na siya natin. Once we install or initialize the node, nandito na talaga siya. Okay, pre-coded na siya. So, create the path. Okay. Now, gagawin natin, dito lang tayo mag-create. Siguro, ito. Cons. Create tayo ng cons. Okay. Cons. Public directory. So ito, this is my const variable name, public directory, wherein i-join ko yung folders, no? Para at least pag link ko dito, style sheet na lang, style.css na lang. No need na to explicitly link pa yung public or public folder. Okay, so balik tayo sa app.js equals to path.join. Okay? So, ano yung i-join natin? Yung directory name. Okay, ang directory name, pag i-console.log ko siya. Okay? Double underscore yan. Underscore. Okay, underscore. Then, their name. Double underscore yan. Okay? So, once na kinlik ko yan, ito siya. So, kasi ito yung dear double underscore directory name. So, ibig sabihin, ipapat.join ko ito. Okay? Ito siya, ito yung directory name, i-join ko siya dito sa public para at least magiging level na siya ni index. No, i-join ko siya. Okay? So, comma, single quote. So, next is, then, ayan siya, public. Yan. With that, itong public string na ito, ginoin or ginawa ko, gumamit ako ng path.join para mag-concatenate silang dalawa. Okay, magdugtong, mag-join. So, yun yung purpose niya. Next is gagamitin na natin siya app.use. Okay, gagamitin natin si express.static, okay, para makapag-join sila. So, gamit ni express.static, siya yung magiging route para dito kay public directory. Now, ngayon, okay na. So, na-i-join na natin itong directory name kay public. Now, let's check HBS, no? Gagawa tayo ng sample H1, home, index. So, ito siya gagawin kong index. Okay? So, let's check my index. Now, wala pa ito. Actually, hindi pa siya tapos. Pag ni-restart ko to, so, kita nyo, parang wala, nothing's happened. Kasi nga, ayan, uy, ano nangyari? Control C muna. Okay. Na-stop ko ang npm start. So, yon. So, wala yan. So, same pa rin. So, kasi ang gagawin muna natin, pupunta muna tayo sa app.js. Hanapin natin yung view index. Okay? Imbis na res.send, imbis na ito, ang gagawin natin is response.render. So, anong i-render natin? Yung index.hbs. Okay? So, once na na-render na natin, i-restart natin. So, yun, nag-change na. So, ibig sabihin, makikita na natin yung index page natin. Okay? So, ito na siya. Now, sa views, mag-a-add tayo para kay login.hbs. Mag-a-add pa tayo para kay register.hbs. Okay, then let's check. This is, gagawa tayo ng simple, this is login page. So, kailangan mai-connect na natin siya doon, okay, sa node natin. So, H1, this is register page, no? So, save, punta tayo dito. Okay, kay app.js. So, kailangan ma-render din natin itong additional 2 pages natin, which is login.hbs at saka register.hbs. Okay? So, in order to do that, we need to copy-paste our function for view index dalawang beses. Una para kay login, the second one para kay register. Now, rechange lang natin yung function name. Sabihin natin ito para kay login. Okay, view login. I-render natin si login. Change lang yung detail. Ito naman ang mangyayari, slash, imbis na slash lang, magiging slash.login. So, ibig sabihin, pag nasa URL ka, magiging ganito siya. Localhost, since 3000 ang gamit natin. So, localhost, then slash login. So, if we type this sa URL natin, then kailangan, ang gagawin niya, i-render niya si login, no? Login na page. Ayan na siya. So, okay na si login. Let's proceed kay register. View register. Okay. Change lang. Okay. Imbis na index, register lang. Same dito. View register. And ito, lalagyan natin ng register. So, yan. Yun. The next thing, I think okay na. So, pag tinype ko ito localhost 3000 slash login, yan. So, makikita na natin yung login page, saka register. Yan. So, as you can see, na-change siya. Okay. Now, let's done with the front end. Gagamitin na natin yung .environment, which is the additional. Supposedly dapat ito hindi siya makita, no? Or dapat mas safer siya, no? Instead of typing the detail of your database here, kasi it's very ano siya parang vulgar, but it's too obvious. So we need to do is we need to create .env file. Okay, what we need to do is we need to create .env file, Okay? Sa .env file, dito natin ilalagay itong detail na to. Okay? So, okay, punta tayo sa .env file. Papangalanan ko muna database name. Okay, papangalanan ko siya database name. So, ang database name natin is localhost or host name yan. Okay. Next is database user. Okay. Itong database user natin is root. Remember, wala na siyang comma. No need na. Wala na siyang colon. So, ang gagawin na natin, just type it. No? Database, ang database password natin or pass na lang equals to wala, nothing. Then ang nangyari. Then ang database natin is yung Node.js login. Yan na. So, meron na tayong .env. So, kailangan natin siya i-configure sa app.js. Okay? So, dito tayo. We need to use it. Kailangan natin i-import dito. Constant. Papangalanan natin siya .env equals to require sorry. Not diagnostic, but .env. Okay? Next, gagamitin na natin siya. I-config na natin. So, madali lang. .env.config. Okay? So, anong i-config natin? Yung path. Yung path. Wait, ano nga ang kwan? Yung path. Okay, yun. Path. May comma ba? Path. Hindi, ito lang. Path/.env. I think yan yun. Tama ba? Config okay. So ito siya. Ito dapat ang format niya. So dapat curly braces path, wala nang comma. Okay, yun. So dapat pala ganito. Curly braces path. Okay. Then yung .env natin, so /.env. Ayan siya. So I think okay na. So since na-config na natin dito, so pwede na natin gamitin ito. Okay, so paano? Ito, instead na localhost siya, ang magiging name natin dito is ito, database name. So siya yung magiging appearance dito. Okay, balik tayo dito. So we type process.env database name, which is the localhost, equivalent to localhost dito. Then, same pa rin, itong root na to, magiging process.env database _user. And then, ang password, magiging process.env database, I think pass lang, pass. Double check. Ayan, so pass. Okay, so eto no need na comma dito kasi siya yung pinaka-end. So, ang database natin is process.env.database lang. Okay. Ang mali natin, process database name, user, using password. So, I think dito tayo. Saan kaya ang password natin is ayun. So, sorry. Ang nangyari kanina is nalagyan ko ng space yung password. So, dapat wala. Okay, so dapat wala. As in, empty siya. So, okay na. I think everything is fine. Yan. So, pag log in, yan. So now we can do the front end na. Now we can design our front end na. So we will start at index. Okay? So sa index lalagay tayo ng navigation. So H1. So this is my home page. Okay, sa navigation. Then UL LI times 3 kasi tatlong list. Okay, then A. Okay. So, ito, slash, para kay home. Home. Ito naman, slash, login, para kay login. Capital lang natin. Ito naman, slash, register, para kay register. Okay, so yan na. Now, I think okay na. So, kailangan natin siya lalagyan ng style. So, now, una, kailangan i-display flex natin. So, yun. Let's check muna. Ayun, mag-display flex. Justify content. Sabihin natin, space between. So, anong mangyari pag space between? Ayan. So, space between. I think kailangan ang color is ito lang. Ayan. Lagyan natin ng padding ang 5px saka 8px. Then, lagyan natin ng background color 52525. Anong color ito? Let's check this. Yan. I think okay na to. So, okay na ito siya. Next is nav UL. UL. Okay. Check natin kung pwede siya ma-display flex. Justify content. Space around. Check natin. I think. Ayun. Lagyan natin ng margin 0 and 10px. Hindi. Huwag natin lagyan ng margin. Mamaya na. Nav UL and then let's check nav ULLI. List. Sa list, text decoration is none. So, para mawala itong dot, text decoration, check natin. Uy, I think hindi yata text decoration. Text decoration. Display, font, no, kalimutan ko, style, text decoration, nav UL. Wait, dito pala yata. Nav ULLIA. Text decoration na none. Check natin. Text decoration. I think dito siya. Okay. Text decoration para mawala yung line. So, next is wala na siyang line. Ito pala siya. Tapos, color. Sabihin na natin ito din. White. Then, margin left. 10 pixel. Check natin. Okay. Ayoko yan. 20. Sabihin na natin 20. 20 pixel. Ayun. Next is list style yata. List style is none. So, ang list style natin is none. Yun, para mawala yung, wait, parang pangit ang margin left. Margin lang. Cell. Yan. Yan. So, next natin, lalagyan siya natin ng konting LIA hover animation. So, color, let's say ito lang. Ayan. So, at least okay na yung home. This is my home page. Okay. So, now, ang gagawin na lang natin is copy-paste natin siya. Ika-copy-paste. By the way, I will introduce muna Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap. So, Google ka lang. Bootstrap. So, ito yung magiging design natin or ito yung tutulong or it will help us in our design. So, sa Bootstrap, I think the latest version is 5.3. No, the first thing you do para at least magamit nyo ang Bootstrap is you need to include this link. Okay? So, dito, hanapin nyo lang yung link. This is the CSS link. Punta kayo doon and then make sure na wag dito or before sa link na ito or else mako-cover or ma-overwrite na yung style CSS mo. Then, ang next na gagawin is i-copy mo din ito. This is the JavaScript code dito sa pinakababa. Okay? Ulitin natin. Yan. Yan. So, yun. And if you want to use icons, you click icons din dito. And check natin. Ito yung mga icons. Check natin baka may mga gamitin natin yung link na isa. Sana yun. Gagamitin natin. Ayun. So, link para magamit tong icon. Okay, ito yung link para sa icon. So, if may mga icon kayo na gusto, ito lang siya. 3. Yan. So, baka lang magamit. Then, copy-paste. Ito yung para sa icon. Ito naman yung para sa whole Bootstrap. Okay. Now, i-copy-paste ko na lang ito. Okay. Itong index, i-copy-paste ko dito sa login. Okay. Since same lang naman na design, sabihin ko login page dito. This is my, imbis na homepage, login page. Okay? And then, ika-copy-paste ko din siya sa register.hbs. So, I'll type register. This is my register page. Okay, so once na na-design na, I think okay na siya. So, ito yung homepage. Ito yung wait. Ba't hindi siya na copy-paste? Okay. Sa app.login, view index, view login, render login, view login. Okay, let's check. Homepage, home register. Check ko nga ulit. Dapat, okay. Yun. So, yan. So, as you can see, makikita nyo, this is my homepage. Pag-click ko ng homepage. Pag-click ko ng register, login page. Pag-click ko ng login page. Again, homepage, login page, then register page. So, ibig sabihin, okay na. So, all you have to do is to design your own pages. So, let's say, balik tayo dito. Let's say, ito sa Bootstrap. Hanap ako ng design. Ayun, meron ba dito? Wala na yata. Ayan. Let's say ito. By the way, meron na akong ito. No need na kasi this is only for since this is only for a demonstration, maybe I'll just have to copy my existing design, no? Saan yun? Itong box yata. Ay, ito. So, views, index. Ito. Ito. Ika-copy ko na lang siguro ito. Ika-copy ko na lang ito dito sa index ko. Okay. Actually, this design was in the Bootstrap, previous Bootstrap. So, ito siya. Jumbotron ito. So, ito siya. Ito siya yung design na yon. So, let's check. So, homepage. Yan. So, ito yung homepage. Next. By the way, ito siya. Jumbotron siya. So, this one, since demo lang naman siya. So, ibig sabihin, ano lang, kinapi ko na. So it was my previous project na or previous demonstration. So, gi-copy paste ko na lang ang code, no? So again, yan. So you may now use or you may now try to design your own, no, gamit ang skills or gamit ang Node.js na dinemo ko. So, yun. Sana yung kuha natin. Camera. Anyway. Bootstrap. Okay. Kung gusto nyo ng forms, nandito lang. Halos lahat nandito lang siya. Sa Bootstrap na overview ng forms. Let's say ito. Gusto ko ito. So, copy-paste ko lang. Okay. Punta ako sa, let's say sa ito, register. So, sabihin natin lalagay tayo ng container div.container na division. Okay? Sa loob nun, copy-paste lang yung form. Wait lang. Okay. Yung forms, copy-paste lang. Yan. So, paunti-unti. I-design nyo yung page ninyo. So, yan. Ayan na siya. Let's say, lagyan natin ng margin yung style.css, yung container. Container. Lagyan natin ng padding top na 25 px, then 5px mo. Baka masyadong malaki ng 15px lang. Then, lagyan natin ng background color na gusto ko yung medyo ito lang. Try natin. Yan. So, yun. So, login. So, container. Okay. So, yan. So, I think let's call it a day. Dito lang muna. So, again, thank you and God bless. So, I hope you could start your own Node.js. Sana ba yung... So, that's all for now. Thank you and God bless. Happy holiday.